What up, dogs? Welcome back to Rad Resells. I'm Natalie and I am a reseller, meaning I go thrifting and I flip items online for a profit. In this video, I will be going over 5 tips on how to maximize sales as a reseller, how to sell more, what to do, what not to do. And if this is the type of content that you're interested in, go ahead and be rad, hit a like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alrighty, so I'm not going to talk about consistency and posting every day because you've probably heard that before, but you should. It is accurate. You should be consistent and post every day. I personally post 6 items every day. Alright, but my first tip, number 1, is Crosslist. Crosslist means posting the same item on multiple platforms. We post on, I think, 5 different platforms. That's just to increase your reach and reach more people because different people are on each different platform. So obviously, the more eyes on your product, the more sales. It is more work, yes, but the reward is significant. And if you want to be a successful reseller, I strongly recommend and suggest you start to Crosslist. We sell on eBay, Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, and Curtsy. Curtsy is a smaller app. We're like kind of feeling it out still, but definitely the first 4 I do recommend. Tip number 2, do your research in terms of what items to sell. It doesn't matter if you follow all the tips in the world if what you're selling is non-desirable. So that comes down to brand. Some brands sell better than other brands, and the age of the item. Is it vintage? Is it Y2K? Is it modern? Etc. etc. Condition of the item, obviously. And it comes down to research. It is probably the least exciting part of being a reseller, like having to look this up. You can use eBay as a very good estimate on what the item goes for, or you can use Google. So that's how we look up what items are selling for, comps, and how many are listed versus how many are sold, finding out the sell-through rate, and it just all comes down to research. But it is needed. Not fun, but needed to increase your sales. Alrighty, tip number 3. This one is a given, yet we see so many people not doing it. It is photo quality, alrighty, and accurate description. So to get a good photo, you either need very good natural lighting or just good inside lighting. So we have studio light that we got from Amazon that we're using, and having good lighting makes the quality of your photo better. We use our iPhones to take photos. You don't need a fancy camera, but it's because if you have the good enough lighting, you will get a good quality photo, and people do judge your item based on how good your photos are. If your photo is blurry or dark, you can't really see the texture of the material, etc., etc., people are going to think that item is worth less than what it actually is and go for another identical item by someone else whose photos are better. So take good photos, have a clean background. Don't have this as a background. This is not clean. This is too much colors. We do a white background just to keep it clean, professional, and neat. Alrighty. Tip number 4. Each app is a bit different, but you should actively promote your products every day, as often as you can. Now, depending on which app you are, it is different how you do it. On Depop, for example, you promote your items by bumping, meaning relisting your items. You don't actually have to edit anything. You hit edit and then list item. You don't have to change anything, which I did in the beginning and it wasted so much time. Don't do that. Just hit edit and list. And that way you bump your item, meaning you're relisted, and it goes to the top of everyone's search engine or whatever you call it. And then as everyone else does it, your item goes further and further down, and that's where you gotta bump it again, and it pops up at the top. That's Depop. For Poshmark is also very similar. You share your item with your followers, which means the same thing as relisting it. You hit the share button and you hit your followers, and that's how it does the same thing, takes your product from closer to the bottom to the top. And you do that as often as you can. Poshmark also has the ability to send out offers. Every time somebody likes your item, you can send out offers. I do strongly suggest you do that. Send out offers actively. I usually take off 10% and then see what happens. Mercari, you gotta decrease the price either for everyone or you send an offer to the likers only, and that's how you promote that item. And then eBay, you can also send out offers or decrease the listing price. But yeah, it's different from platform to platform, but be active and promote your products as often as possible. It will help your sales. Tip number 5, accept reasonable offers. Too many times we decline offers that are a few dollars off of what we want, and we end up not getting a sale, and it end up sitting there for weeks, months, even a whole year. Okay, so for a few dollars, take the offer, you get the sale, you might get a return buyer, and you get your money back so you can reinvest into more inventory. So as long as it's not a lowball offer or anything like that, accept a reasonable offer. It will make yourself feel good, the buyer's happy, and it's a win-win situation. Of course, if you have an item that you know will sell full price, hold out, but most of your items are probably not that kind of rare, high ticket item, so accept reasonable offers. But yes, those were my 5 tips on how to maximize your sales and sell more, make more money. That's ultimately what you want to do with reselling, right? Make more money. So just do this consistently. It may take some time in the beginning. If you're just starting out, like side tip, you're probably gonna want your items to be priced lower than what you are gonna do when you have some sales already, because you wanna get those initial sales so that people can see that you are a seller, you are reliable, and when you get those first feedbacks and reviews too, hopefully all 5 stars, people will find you more, again, reliable, because they're buying from strangers, you know, so they want to see that you're not going to scam them. So in the beginning, we took really low offers. We set our prices really low just so we could kind of kickstart ourselves. And then eventually we started increasing our prices into where we want to price them at. So that's where we are at right now. But that's a little side tip if you're just starting out until you get those initial sales and feedbacks. But yeah, let me know if you have any more tips. Or which tip you found to be more helpful in the comments. If you haven't already, be rad, subscribe, hit a like, and see you guys next time.